Hey guys, this is Tanya. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite waffle recipes. I've been bringing these to work and a lot of my coworkers have tried it and they love it, and many of them have requested the recipe. So what's better than to actually make a video? So here we go. The ingredients that I use are here. So for the milk, I use almond milk. You can use coconut milk as well if you don't drink dairy, or you want to avoid the carbs. 2 ripe bananas. I actually will only use 1, so I'm going to just have 1 there. Dark chocolate chips. I have semi-sweet chocolate chips here. It's optional. I use muscle egg, cake batter flavored. So if you don't have this, it's okay. You can go ahead and use egg whites or whole eggs if you'd like. The protein powder choice I have is from VMI Sports Nutrition, and the flavor is Snickerdoodle. How fun is that? This is actually delicious. The other thing that I really like about this is it has 25 grams of protein per serving, less than 1 gram of carb, and 0 sugar. So it's perfect for what I'm looking for, which is high protein on a low carb. Always have Pam olive spray to make sure that my batter doesn't stick to the waffle maker over here. And I use flaxseed meal. So I actually ground my own. I get whole flax seeds and I pop it into the magic bowl that I have, and I have here about 1 cup. You can use almond flour if you like, or pecan, any kind of nuts that you want to ground up as the flour, you can use that. And then I just have a measuring cup and a big giant bowl where I will be putting everything. So first I am going to put in the protein powder. I have 3 packs of the Snickerdoodle flavor. I'm going to just pop them into the bowl. That's that. So I'm actually making these as a big batch. With all these ingredients, I will probably be able to make 3 to 4 giant waffles. I like to bring them, so what I do is I make them and I put them in individual Ziploc bags and I put them in the fridge, and the next day I just take 1 bag and I replace it as one of my meals. Sometimes, eating protein, for example, fish, chicken, or beef 4 times a day does get tiring, so I try to switch it up. The next, I add in the flaxseed meal. If you have almond flour, then go ahead and add that. I'm going to get a fork and mix everything in. So I have everything here in a giant bowl. I'm going to mix to make sure that the mixture is mixed well, evenly throughout. The last ingredient we need is baking powder. I put about 1 teaspoon of it so that my waffle will rise. So for dark chocolate chip, I like to add about 1/2 cup. Just 1/2 cup. I usually eyeball everything. I'm sort of a intuitive chef, I guess. So I'm going to mix that in. And next, I'm going to take about 1 teaspoon of the baking powder and pour that into the mixture. Okay, mix, mix, mix. And next, I am going to add in my banana. But before peeling it, I like to just smash it with my hands while it's in the peel. And then drop it into the bowl. It's nice and smushy already, which is perfect because that's exactly what we want. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of press it into the batter. It's smashed banana, so it doesn't really mix that well. You do have to press it a little bit hard with the utensil that you have in hand. So here is how I'm mixing it in. So the good thing about this is the flavor from the protein powder, and also in my case, since I use muscle egg, I get flavor from this too, so I don't need to add any sweetener or any other flavoring. I like the flavor as is. So next, I'm going to add in my muscle milk. I'm going to shake it swirl quick before adding it. I generally eyeball it, so today I'm going to measure it. So first I'm going to pour 1 cup and mix it first and see how thick the batter is. You know, it's really quite simple. If your batter is too thin, then either add more protein powder and more almond meal or flaxseed meal, whatever the case may be for you. And if it's too thick, then add more egg whites or almond milk. It's really that simple. So it looks like 1 cup of egg white was enough to cover this amount of protein powder and flax meal. So I'm going to add about just half a cup of almond milk. Mix this in. Okay, so really want to show you guys how this looks. As you can see, the batter consistency, it's not too thick, but it's not too runny. The next thing we do is I'm going to go ahead and plug in my waffle maker. So let it heat up. So I really love this as a substitute to one of my meals because I do have a sweet tooth. I love sweets, and this definitely helps curb that craving sometimes. So okay, so the waffle maker feels like it's hot enough. We are going to pour in the batter, but before we do that, always make sure to spray both plates so that nothing sticks. So what I like to do is I actually just go ahead and use my measuring cup, and I scoop out a full cup of batter and I pour it over my waffle maker. Make sure that there's enough batter to cover most of the waffle maker. I close it. So the old waffle maker that I had, I could actually rotate it to make sure that both sides get cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip it. I know it looks silly, but this way I get both sides of the waffle nice and full. I leave it like this for maybe 10-15 seconds. And then I flip it over and I let it cook for maybe another 20 seconds or so. It will come out beautiful, golden brown. It'll be crispy on the outside and it'll be moist on the inside. I'm going to let it cook for a few more seconds. Let me open this and show you guys how it looks. Look, doesn't that look delicious? So if you like your waffles a little bit more crispy, you can let it cook, you know, a little bit longer. But since I'm not eating it right away, it really doesn't matter. What I usually do is the next day, I just pop it into an oven toaster for maybe 1 minute, or you can put it in a toaster. That works too. So I'm going to take out this waffle because it's done. So I'm going to take this waffle out of the waffle maker because it's fully cooked, and it's very hot, so you want to be careful that you have a utensil to get it out of the waffle maker. See? Perfect. Now we're going to cook the next one. Don't forget to spray your pan or the plates. And as you can see, let me show you this other side. Look how perfect it came out. So I think I have enough batter for just one more. I'm going to spray my plates and add in the rest of the batter that I have left in this bowl. I think all the dark chocolate chips were at the bottom of this batter, so I think this one is going to get the most of it. absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'm going to unplug the waffle maker because we're done. And let me just show you. See, every single waffle came out just absolutely perfect. Going to take this out of the waffle maker. As long as you spray your waffle maker, you can see how easy it comes out of the plate. In just short 20 minutes, I made 3 beautiful, giant, yummy, high protein waffles. It's delicious. What I do generally before I serve it is I put it in a toaster, like I said earlier, and I just, I usually put peanut butter over it. You can use sugar-free syrup, whatever you like. Or it tastes great by itself too. So I really hope you guys love this recipe, and I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to ask me, comment, email. You guys know where to find me.